Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad, I've punched him a few more times.
5 blokes outside my front door, can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.
I'm Mohammed, IFL series proudly sponsored by Avlas. You've been to a lot of heavyweight fights, a lot. I've been to a fair few. That was right up there, wasn't it, Joyce Parker?
Big time. I mean, it was a fabulous fight. You know, I knew it would be a good fight, and I knew the stars would blend to make it a good fight, but it's better than I anticipated. And it worked out a little bit different than I thought it would, as far as how the pattern of the fight developed, because Joe was sort of starting fast. You know, he was coming out and getting behind that jab, and he set a good pace, and they both give their all. I thought, you know, Joe Parker showed tremendous courage and spirit, and when you think that he's never ever been stopped, he's a former world champion, he's on a roll of about, was it 6 or 7 fights undefeated, and for Joe, he's only had 14 fights. That was a massive step up in class for him, and he handled it superbly well, and that was a world-class finish, world-class.
Firstly, is Joe Parker okay?
I believe so, yeah.
Because that was a brutal finish from Joe Joyce.
It was, I mean, he took a lot of stick, and Joe got caught a couple of times as well with big shots.
Always does, to be honest, though.
Yeah, I know, but you know, I mean, if I was fighting him, it must be so disheartening to hit him with a good shot, and then as you hit, he's back on you. So you sort of in your back of your head, I better not hit him because it makes him more dangerous. But he's an amazing fighter. He's a strong man, and he's really arrived on the scene now, big time.
Well, if you look at Joyce's resume, he's only a baby in the professional ranks. Yeah. Carlos Takam, Christian Hammer, Daniel Dubois, and now former heavyweight world champion in Joseph Parker. Yeah. His CV in terms of heavyweight fights is right up there.
Big time. And he's, as I say, I mean, I thought it was a magnificent performance. I thought he was absolutely, you know, he should be proud of himself. I think everybody else is involved with him. It was a great fight, and obviously, it takes two to make a great fight. I mean, you've got to give Parker credit for his bravery and his resilience. But at the end, he succumbed to, I think, to a heavyweight, and I think gives anyone a lot of big problems. You wouldn't want to fight him. I mean, if I was Usyk, would I want to fight him? Who would you back?
Does he beat Alexander Usyk?
I think Usyk. I know they've got history from amateurs, but that was amateurs. And you look at the size of him now and how big he is. I don't know how Usyk could beat him, to be quite honest. Could try and outbox him, but I think he'd just wear him down. He's such a big man, and he doesn't back off you. So I think he'd give Usyk a lot of problems.
Joseph Parker carries a lot of power, and as always, Joe Joyce did get tagged a few times flush and clean. Yeah. But it seems like it woke him up as always. Yeah. Is there anyone in this division who can knock him out?
Look, anyone can go if they get caught right, but up to now, they just bounce off him, don't they? Anyone who's catching him, he just walks through him. I mean, he's got the most apt nickname in the sport, which is the Juggernaut. That's exactly what he is. He's relentless.
Do you believe you have the 2 best heavyweights in the world?
I think BT and Queensbury is the home of heavyweight boxing. That's where it's all at. All roads lead to Queensbury.
Okay. So what does Joyce do now? We know there's potential unifications that could be made. So what does Joyce do now, Frank?
He'll fight again in March, because they will be. Hopefully there'll be a unification. I think that's what everyone would like to see. So he'll fight again in March, and then he'll be. Well, he's in the mix now. He's the interim champion. So when the WBO is mandatory due, they'll have to fight him.
Just a quick one. I interviewed Tyson just now. He told Eddie and Anthony Joshua to go suck a dick, and he believes this contract won't be signed by Monday.
Look, I'm an optimist. I don't see why it shouldn't be done, and I'm hoping that we get it over the line on Monday. I hope we can. There's no reason it shouldn't. There's nothing to stop it. I mean, we basically agreed to like I said to you earlier on, all the things that needed to be done, we've agreed to, and I don't think the TV will get in the way of it. And the TV shouldn't get in the way. If they do, they should be ashamed of themselves. Just
lastly, a final comment on tonight on BT Sport box office. How was that?
Well, listen, that's great value for money, wasn't it? I mean, it was a great card. There were some fantastic fights on them. It was a true value for money show. Yeah. And we created a bit of history. We've got the first woman to unify all the titles on British shores.
Absolutely. All right, Frank. Hopefully we can have a catch up next week in the office.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I put my dad in the street against a heavyweight.
I've gone back to the dad. I've punched him a few more
There's
times.
5 blokes outside my front door. Can you come and help
One
me?
hell of a fucking story, so stay tuned.